It's Gaming Godfather with another video game review. This being Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. If you're a Game Pass subscriber, you can play this one for free. So what I'm going to do is, for the purposes of this video, I'm going to set this on light, which is great if you just want a nice cinematic experience without the hassles of doing battle. You will fight enemies and all that, but as it says here, for adventurers who enjoy a lighter stealth and combat challenge, enemies do less damage and attack in fewer numbers. I've played the game all the way through on moderate, which is the default setting. This one here it's a challenge. You will have enemies that you are recommended to avoid as much as possible, especially soldiers. You can kind of get away with just the regular dudes walking around with a stick, but for the most part, this is one where you're going to play heavily in stealth mode. I have not tried it on hard, and I have not tried it on very hard. Don't know that I will. So let's get this going with light. The adventure experience, enjoy the story with a lighter adventure challenge. Exploration is more guided and the puzzles are easier to solve. Or moderate, the default setting lets you enjoy the story with a moderate adventure challenge. Exploration is not guided and the puzzles are more challenging but still manageable. I'm thinking about going with that, but for the purposes of the review, we will head in this direction. One of the first things I will need to do to make sure that this video stays on YouTube is go into my options. Let's go to audio. I'm going to change the headphones here, and then down here is the more important, is streamer mode. You will have to turn that on. John Williams is a stickler about the audio that he's created being played in your YouTube videos. So Indiana Jones, Star Wars, any product that Lucasfilms or others have done using John Williams as a composer, John Williams will not allow that music to be played. So we've turned it off. So here we are starting off. This is not a spoiler. This is the beginning of the game itself to get you an idea of the controls. It is a dream sequence. And you will recognize what this dream sequence is from later. So as you can see, you will get on-screen prompts of what to do. And a lot of the times, that's exactly what it will be. X button. And then after the X button, moving your left stick in a direction to open things. Fighting, you will learn that as you go. There's tutorials that I would recommend you keep on to learn how to play the game. Graphics in this game are beautiful. The sound is fantastic. The voice acting is phenomenal. The only problem with the voice acting is the repetitiveness of statements being made, and also the noises and grunts and stuff that they have him doing. Harrison Ford did not voice his character. A voice actor did, and he does a phenomenal job. Terrible of me not to have his name here to reference. Look everywhere. Collect everything possible. You will be a petty thief stealing money and all kinds of things. You need all of that. So don't just follow these guys where they're going. You take the lead and roam around and make sure that you collect as much of the items as you can, even though this is a dream sequence. You will collect things like comic books, manuals, which will upgrade your abilities. Those are highly important. You will definitely want to make sure that you are in possession of some sort of a weapon in your hand when you get into the regular game. That's key. to this particular adventure.
Poison is still fresh. 3 days. They're following us.
If they knew we were here, they would have killed us already.
These guys are brilliant. You can tell how old the poison is. All right, so we'll keep moving on. Now, you will collect food. You will collect bandages. Bandages are for your health. Food items are for your stamina. When you play in light mode, you will get away with so much. The fighting is so much easier. It's a lot of one-hit knockouts. Whereas in moderate, not so much. And again, like I said, it will be very tough. The Indiana Jones series of movies. This is one of Harrison Ford's greatest series put together after Star Wars, and it was phenomenal until it wasn't. And that would be kind of when it got long in the tooth, and the stories got a little convoluted, and probably should have quit while he was ahead. But this goes back to some of the originals. You have a younger Indiana Jones in this game. So what we are doing, he's checking the map, and we are going to go collect a very familiar idol that for all of you that were fans of the movies will be very, very familiar with. Now this here looks like a glitch. This happened the first time I played this on light. He's not grabbing his whip like I believe he should be here. There probably should be some kind of music playing that I'm not hearing, and that's because we're in stream mode.
The temple is up there, senor.
So here we are. We've moved forward a bit, skipping. Hopefully you will not wind up with that issue. There's minor glitches in the game. If you want to see some shorts, I've got some 60-second videos of portions of the game. Mainly cutscenes. I'm not going to go that way yet. I want to hit up this path and see what we've got going on up here. Or is this the way that we came? This is the way that we came. So we didn't cross that river. We were just looking across it. Now I want to do that again just to see if there's anything I may have missed. And so far, doesn't look like there's anything to pick up, but this is definitely an area that we have not checked. Ah, look at that. An artifact. Again, this is a typical first-person RPG. You want to roam around and collect as much as you possibly can. If you're an achievement hunter, that would be great for that purpose. As you can see, he gets around pretty well. The environments are very beautifully rendered. The sounds are great. The birds, the monkeys, everything that you're going to wind up hearing in this game will definitely bring you in to the narrative more deeply. And here we are. So this will be your first temple.
This is where Forrestal cast in.
Friend of yours.
If you're familiar with the Indiana Jones movies, you know exactly what he's doing right now.
He was very, very good.
Senor, nobody has come out of there alive. Please.
So he's created a counterweight. Tell me that that does not look like a perfectly rendered young Harrison Ford. All right, I don't believe there's anything to collect through this tunnel. So we are going to actually sprint through until there will be a cut. All right, one thing I will say right now is a warning. If you are arachnophobic and don't like seeing spiders in movies and video games, then I would turn away for a second. And I will let you know clearly when it's safe to turn back. So right now would not be a good time to look. It's funny how he has absolutely zero issues with spiders, but boy, he does not like snakes.
Please, hurry.
Just a few more seconds. And now, arachnophobes, you are
Stop.
safe to turn back and watch
Stay out of the light.
the video. So first time experiencing traps.
Forrestal.
So yeah, he's tomb raiding.
It was. Just not good enough.
Are you?
I guess
And
we'll
you will
find
have to
out.
be very intelligent. So get down under the light, otherwise you will set off the next trap. And this is the first use of his absolute physics breaking whip.
Crazy, senor.
Because how that wraps around that and he's able to swing across. And in this case, he throws it back to him, but in any other case, he's going to flick his whip and it unties itself. Nice save. All right, done there. Moving on. Like I said, you can see the gameplay is very smooth, not too complicated. The fighting's not that much of a pain. The weapon usage, he carries his pistol. You will find rifles and automatic weapons and things like that later, but it's not recommended that you use them
Let us hurry. There
because
is nothing to
weapons
fear
make
here.
noise and draw a crowd.
That's what scares me.
Just saving this guy all the way through. So here's one of your puzzles that you're going to have.
That did it.
This one being very simple compared to what you will experience later. Nothing I was not able to get through. Did not cheat and look for hints online.
That's it.
Sometimes you have to be persistent and understand that you're going to fail from time to time. And from time to time, it will get a little frustrating roaming around, but again, nothing that's going to be deal-breaking with the game. Now, I prefer the Lara Croft Tomb Raider games, especially the last 3 that were made. Those are awesome games. I believe the last one was Shadow of the Tomb Raider. And the big difference being that she is stealthy as well, but she can eliminate enemies, whereas that becomes a difficulty in this game. Not so much on easy. So what I would do is at the beginning points of the game, all right, we're going to swap this out or adjust the weight of the bag. So to make it look like the movie, you adjust the weight of the bag and voila. Does it look familiar? Here we go.
Give me the whip.
No time. Give me the whip!
Adios, senor.
Of course. So what you will do is back up a little bit, click in your left stick to give yourself a running start, and jump. Doesn't look like you're going to make it, but he does. And from this point on, it's a cutscene. So nothing that you have to do. Make sure if you've got a great set of headphones and you've got the sound full. I prefer playing this with my stereo because I do have a 7.1 surround sound system that just makes this sound awesome. You'll be looking over your shoulder quite a few times in that scenario. All right, so he got what he deserved. How he thought he was going to get out without Indy's help is beyond me. And then here we go. Very familiar.
Indiana! America. It's all in America.
The man I knew 10 years ago. I learned to hate you in the last 10 years. Well, where the hell were you? Damn it, don't you leave me down here by myself!
And there you have it. End of a dream. So we're going to take this to the title sequence.
Marcus.
What's that exit? What is that? Like a labyrinth.
Like waiting.
Alright, so we are at the college now. And there's a shadow.
Devil.
So this is going to start leading us into what Indy's adventure is going to be for the game. So Marshall College, 1937.
Everywhere. Damn kids.
We can sprint through, but again, as I've
Something's
said
getting
before,
exploded tonight.
absolutely look around,
Those are big footprints.
see if there's anything to scavenge. At this point, I don't believe so. I think we have to get into the sequence with the intruder. So what I'm going to do here is allow it to play out. I will let my butt get kicked because it doesn't matter. It's going to anyway. You are going to wind up being knocked out. You are going to collect maps like this when you start into the main part of the game. You will get a journal, and the things that you collect will be in the journal. You'll be able to leaf through that at any point in time during the game. So we're going to finish this part, and then Marcus will join him afterwards, and then that's when you really start getting into the meat of the story. I would give this an 8 out of 10. I think it's a lot of fun. Again, the puzzles can be challenging. It all depends on what you want out of the experience. If you want to play the default setting, which is recommended, that's great.
Sleep
Here.
What disappointed me was after beating the game, you can still go back through and collect everything, but all those enemies are still there. Which, with the way that the game ends, doesn't really make sense, but we will not spoil it.
Right. You asked for it.
He's a big guy, and he hits
Whatever
hard.
you're up to, pal. It ends now. Right back at you.
So you're going to struggle with him,
Put me down.
and no matter what happens, you are going to end like this.
Is that the best you got?
So there you have it. It was giving you a great start. So you're going to look around for anything that's glowing, pick it up. Again, I would recommend that you wind up finding yourself weapons, hammers, whatever's laying around, broomstick. If you're an achievement hunter, you want to swat somebody with a fly swatter.
Wondered where you'd
There's
got to.
so
What
many
happened?
things that you can do.
Where did he go?
Who?
The giant.
I didn't see any giant.
I caught someone breaking into the museum. He was tall.
He took something.
Well, did you see his face?
Scarred. Dark skin. He spoke some form of Latin.
Latin? Well, that is a novelty.
Come on, Marcus. We need to find out what he took.
Yes, righto.
And they even have
This
Marcus
display case
nailed
has been
on his
ransacked.
voice. So
Is there
there you
anything
have it,
missing?
folks.
Let's have a look.
This is a wonderful game to play. This video is in
Look around for the
1080p, so
exhibits
imagine
that
what
were
it's
in
going to
this
look like in
display.
4K. Imagine what it's going to be like in surround sound and all
Look
those
at this
wonderful
mess.
bells and whistles.
Exhibits all
So
over the floor.
highly recommended. Again, if you're a Game Pass subscriber, this is free. Download it and play it. It's not going to cost you anything. If you don't like it, then you just delete it and move on. But I
That
pretty
piece
much
of info on this
guarantee if you're
display
into
case.
first-person RPGs,
We
you
should
will
find them
love
and
this
see what can be
title.
taken.
Thank you for watching. This is Gaming Godfather. Please subscribe. Please hit that like button. Please recommend to all your friends and tell your friends to recommend, and so on and so on and so on. Have a great one.
Well, this
Peace.
wasn't what I expected.